The Nightmare by Lars Kepler, read by Seån Barrett. The word music comes from the art of the Muses, and reflects the Greek myth of the 9 Muses. All 9 were daughters of the powerful god Zeus and the Titan Mnemosyne, goddess of memory. Euterpe, the muse of music, is often portrayed holding a double flute to her lips. Her name means giver of joy. The gift of musicality does not have a generally agreed-upon definition. There are people who lack the ability to hear differing frequencies in music, while, on the other hand, there are people born with an exact memory for music and perfect pitch, so they can reproduce a specific tone without any external reference. Throughout the ages, a number of exceptional musical geniuses have emerged, some of whom have achieved lasting fame. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, who began to tour the courts of Europe at the age of 6. Ludwig van Beethoven, who wrote many of his masterpieces after becoming totally deaf. The legendary Niccolò Paganini was born in 1782 in the Italian city of Genoa. He was a self-taught violinist and composer. To this day, very few violinists have been able to perform Paganini's swift, complicated works. Until his death, Paganini was plagued by rumors that to gain his musical virtuosity, he'd signed a contract with the devil. In the light of the long June night, on becalmed waters, a large pleasure craft is discovered adrift on Jungfrufjärden Bay in the southern Stockholm archipelago. The water, a sleepy blue-grey in colour, moves as softly as the fog. The old man rowing in his wooden skiff calls out a few times, even though he's starting to suspect no one is going to answer. He's been watching the yacht from shore for almost an hour as it's been drifting backward, pushed by the lazy current away from land. The man guides his boat until it bumps against the larger craft. Pulling in his oars and tying up to the swimming platform, he climbs the metal ladder and over the railing. There's nothing to see on the afterdeck, except for a pink recliner. The old man stands still and listens. Hearing nothing, he opens the glass door and steps down into the salon. A grey light shines through the large windows, over the varnished teak brightwork and a deep blue cloth canvas settee. He continues down the steep stairs, which are panelled in more shining wood. Past a dark galley, past a bathroom, into the large cabin. Tiny windows near the ceiling offer barely enough light to reveal an arrow-shaped double berth. Near the headboard, a young woman in a jean jacket sits slumped at the edge of the bed. Her thighs are spread. One hand rests on a pink pillow. She looks right into the old man's eyes, with a puzzled, frightened expression. The old man needs a moment to realize the woman is dead. Fastened to her long black hair is a clasp shaped in the form of a white dove, the dove of peace. As the old man moves toward her and touches her cheek, her head falls forward and a thin stream of water dribbles from her lips and on down to her chin. Chapter 1. Foreboding. A cold shiver runs down Penelope Fernandez's spine. Her heart beats faster and she darts a look over her shoulder. Perhaps she feels a sense of foreboding of what's to come as her day progresses. In spite of the television studio's heat, Penelope's face feels chilled. Maybe the sensation is left over from her time in makeup, when the cold powder puff was pressed to her skin and the pieced dove hair clip was taken out so they could rub in the mousse that would make her hair fall in serpentine locks. Penelope Fernandez is the spokesperson of the Swedish Peace and Reconciliation Society. Silently, she is being ushered into the newsroom and to her spotlighted seat across from Pontus Salman, CEO of the armaments manufacturer Silencia Defense AB. The news anchor, Stephanie von Sydow, is narrating a report on all the layoffs resulting from the purchase of the Bofors Corporation by British BAE Systems Limited. Then she turns to Penelope. Penelope Fernandez, in several public debates...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?